Well, it's that time again. Flashlight review. Let's get into it. Alright, so quick story on this guy. I wanted just a cheaper, but not so cheap that I throw my money away, UV light to throw in my backpack, throw in my pocket or something, and just carry around with me every day, or just to have in case I need it, just on the go. Stuff like this works great for a number of things. Counterfeit money, everybody knows the normal like pee stains and stuff, scorpions, head lice, bed bugs. It makes all that stuff, glow, fluorescent. So this light, this is 365 nanometers. Yeah, okay. So this should be 365. I've already cut the tab on this. This is the DARKBEAM. Didn't realize it was going to say that right there as I flipped it over. You do get a random 180-day warranty. It is better than none, so won't complain. And this gives you kind of a breakdown of what you can use this light for. So I picked this up for I think it was like 10 bucks on Amazon. They're relatively inexpensive. They don't cost a whole lot. I liked it because it does have that aluminum body. And pause if you want to read any of this. There you go. And I also bought this one because it does have the the convex filter. So she comes with a little lanyard and your charging cable. There we are. This just came in last night, so I'm pretty excited to start playing with it. I did open it up and get a charge on it just for the video, even though there's not a ton of stuff I can do with it while we're out in the daytime. I like that this can tail stand, but we'll go over the light in a second. There's your charger. We all know how I feel. I'm not going to comment on this. It's a $10 charger. It comes with micro USB. It is what it is. If it was more than 10 bucks, maybe I'd rant about it, but it is. It's only $10. Here's your lanyard. The lanyard's actually decently nice. Feels pretty good. I'll actually probably keep this on there, just since it does not have a pocket clip or anything of that sort. So we'll take a look at the light. Flip her over. So here is your DARKBEAM. This is, like I said, this is 365 nanometers of UV light. So with this guy, there's a lot of good brands out there as far as UV lighting goes. So that's your lanyard hole right there. So here is, you can see there's your black filter on the lens. Mine, it's got a nice little fingerprint. There we go. You can see, focus, there we go. It does have the black convex filter on there, so that's nice. Here's your fire button. It is clicky. You can see it barely shows up on my table, but it is relatively bright, and I did turn it on a couple times. That did surprise me a little bit. This isn't going to be a super long video, just ever so long enough that just a quick review. And let's see, so plug him in right here to charge. Let me pull this guy up. Here we go. You can see this turns red while it's charging, and then once it's fully charged, which it really should be, it'll turn green, and then it's fully charged. So I do like that. That is that's very nice on a cheap flashlight. Any kind of indicators like that, that's just a little bit above and beyond. That's good for me. I'm happy about that. So good job there. So let's see. I've got a small glow in the dark bead. We'll just hit this. There you go. You can see, oh, this camera does not want to focus on this. So we'll We'll light it up for a second, and then there you go. Glow in the dark lifesaver. Yeah, so this thing works surprisingly well, and I can feel the heat in my hand. So there you go. See, check that out. It's cool. Nah, that's neat, huh? Neat. These things, this is going to be really nice. I'm pretty excited to have this just as a small like flashlight to throw in a bag or just keep on me or something. Just for like when I need it. It works really, really well. I said it doesn't look as bright here, but once you start moving it over things, it really is. And I mean, I've got all my lighting on right now. So that was one of my concerns. Was I was reading some of the reviews on this guy, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's not as bright." I guess they do kind of claim to be. I think they say they give you like 30 feet. This, you know, if you were outside, I bet it would shine 30 feet. It would be very dim, but it would probably hit 30 feet. Personally, this is like a 10-foot deal. Like I said, I just played with it just around the house, just enough that I could have an opinion on it. Just because I don't do a lot of UV lights, so I wanted to have an opinion on this. And I know it's $10. It's, you know, it's not going to be like one of the oh god, what's that other, like UV Beast and the other big brands that make the giant UV flashlights. You know, there's going to be people that work in the automotive industry that know a lot about these. I do not work in the automotive industry. I just work on my truck on my own time. I am YouTube certified to fix my own truck. So this thing is 5 watts. Let's go ahead and see, what did I do with, there we go. Tape measure. He is exactly 3.5 inches. Let's get a weight. You can do it. Exactly 2 ounces. So I'll throw up a couple flashlights. We're just a couple for some size comparisons, just so you can kind of see the size. Here is the new Pro Max Baton 3 from Olight. I'll throw up the Warrior Mini. There you go. You can see the size difference there between those. And then we'll just throw up a couple more. Here is an i5R, i3, and then last but not least, I'll just throw up a Baton 3 real fast, just so you Baton 3 boys can see. I mean, it really isn't bad at all. If I put it up, like if we look at the Baton 3, yeah, he's thicker. It is a little bit thicker of a flashlight, but the profile really isn't bad. I do kind of wish it had like some kind of pocket clip on there, but you know, that's neither here nor there. They do give you this neat little lanyard, which looks like that would be a lot of fun to put on. You know, I'm not really big on carrying lanyards on things. There we go. And there is lanyard. There you go. So if anybody wanted to see what it looks like with the lanyard on there, you know, let's just go ahead and talk about runtime real quick. It does say runtime is 1 hour, and it says that it uses a lithium-ion battery. It doesn't really talk about how long that it, you know, how many recharges possibly you might get. Lithium, the battery that's in here is not replaceable. I thought the seam might have been for, it's not. So I can't tell if that's, it doesn't look like it's a single piece, unless they just kind of made it look like it has a bezel, even though it doesn't. So it's, as far as I know, it's not a replaceable battery. If you know different, please just let me know. That would make me more confident about it. But it, all in all, it doesn't matter too awfully much. It is a $10 flashlight. you know, anytime you buy something like that, you just take a chance of it not working at all, or gonna stop working within the first week or so. So I'm not terribly worried about it. It would be cool if it was a replaceable battery, just because like I said, I kind of dig it. I like it. You got this big ugly sticker on the front. You can take that off though. Focus. There we go. So you can remove that. That doesn't have to be on there. Yeah, UV light. So like I said, 1 hour runtime. As far as I know, I read some more reviews on it. That 1 hour, you don't really get any kind of heads up when it dies. It just dies. So if you're doing something with it and it cuts off, just go charge it. You hit the point. It's not going to give you any kind of notification. It's going to turn off. It's just gonna turn off. So yeah, that's we'll wrap it up from there. There's not a ton of stuff to talk about this. So $10, 1 hour runtime, 5 watts, micro rechargeable, 365 nanometers, black light. It's got the UV convex lens. $10, yeah, it's worth it. I think if you're in the market and you just want a cheap UV light, and even if it's just to test out stuff like this, like even if you just want to get a UV light to test, like, you know, hit stuff that glows, even that's cool, you know, like see that you know, that stops glowing relatively quick, but we're under a lot of light here. So, you know, that's one of my reasons for wanting it, but I do have other reasons. You know, we go outside a lot at night, and I do work on my own cars and stuff like that, so checking for things like coolant leaks and all that. I wanted to have just a little UV light I could throw in my pocket. I didn't need it to be very strong. I just needed it to shine 5 feet, 10 feet in front of me, and that would be enough. So I think this guy's going to handle it for $9.90. And if you're in the market for one too, I think you should definitely check him out. So we're going to wrap this one up, guys. If you liked this video, please smash that like button and consider subscribing. I try to post as much as I can, and something I don't say a whole lot is I'm always open to suggestions. So if anybody has something they think I should take a look at that I haven't already, please just let me know. You can reach me out. I've got my email in the description on the channel, on all of my videos. You can hit me up on Instagram. There's a lot of ways to reach me, and I will respond. So I'm always open for any kind of content suggestions. Well, thank you guys so much for being here, and I'll catch you on the next one.